Check. Say something,
Yo,
Freddie.
yo, yo, yo. What up, Shine?
Yeah, I can
Yo,
hear you
Shinian.
now.
Yo,
um,
Shinian.
so what I noticed on the last week's episode, which people fucking love, is that we didn't touch too much on Ball of Destruction. I kind of skipped to Dropping Many Suckers, and we mentioned it for a second, but
Right.
you recorded that record so young, man. So like, how old were you? Was that we were actually 9 when you did that?
No, I was 12.
Okay, 12.
I
Still,
would I would have been 12.
yeah, it's still fucking crazy young
Yeah,
now.
still young. Yeah, it's young. Yeah, it was 88. We recorded it in 88 and it dropped in 89.
And
Don Furies.
Don Furious and like being 12 years old and going to the studio, I don't know what that even be like. Like, you never been to a studio before, and now you have to record some vocals and sing. Like, do you remember that experience at all? Or no, was it you too young?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I had been to Don Furies for something else.
Yeah,
Maybe not. No, that might have been my first time at Don Furies, but I think I may have been to a studio because I was with AF when they recorded Liberty and Justice. Remember
gotcha.
that record?
Of course.
I was with them. It was in Ithaca, New York,
Okay.
upstate. And I drove with my brother and Al Peters, who was playing bass at the time, to Ithaca. And I actually remember that very vividly because we stopped at a gas station to get to on the way up, and I walked behind the car. It was like this Eldorado, this old school car, and I cut my leg. I sliced my leg wide open on a rusty, on a thing like a rusty piece of metal that was sticking out of the car,
Oh
and
shit.
I needed to go get stitches. Yeah, so we diverted and had to go to the hospital to get stitches on my leg.
Fuck.
But that was, I think, the first time I ever went to a studio. I'm pretty sure that was the first time. And then after that was Ball Destruction,
Yeah, I
which
mean,
was a little different kind of studio.
yeah, but you're like, yeah, you're in your studio with your brother, like while he's recording. So are you really like, are you watching the whole process of it? Or are you just like a kid doing kid shit while it's happening? You know what I mean? Like,
Both.
yeah,
Both. I mean, I think the process intrigued me even at that age.
yeah,
But you're also a kid. You're also a kid, so you get distracted and start doing kid shit.
yeah.
But the process did fascinate me, and I played the gong on that record, by the way.
You did?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I have credit. I'm a fucking professional gong player.
Oh my god, dude. Do you remember what song that was for? Or no.
It's on the record. It's like the end of it's like either the beginning or the end of the record where you
Shit.
I think it's the end. You
Yeah.
just hear the gong go like it's over, and that's me.
Sick.
Infamous.
So, but recording and doing vocals at that age, was somebody there like coaching you and stuff? Or you just did it?
And these guys didn't coach me for shit.
Mm.
I wouldn't say they didn't coach me. But it was just basically like, hey, you got to yell this out. It's like,
Yeah.
how do you coach hardcore? I mean, I feel like no one in hardcore knows how to properly sing or whatever, yell.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard to really teach someone that. And you either kind of belt it out or you don't. It's like you either got it or you don't kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew the songs because I've been around AF. So it was just a matter of like learning the lyrics or whatever.
Yeah.
And which were very, very simple.
Basic, yeah.
And very basic. And then just like belting it out as best I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure like Roger and Vinny encouraged me like, yeah, kid, yell it out. But
Mm-hmm.
the pressure is on because it's like, this is 2-track live. So there's no like, oh, that sucked. You're going to do it over and over and over and over again kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to kind of go for it. Time is money. And it's all like 2-track live, like wild style, like everyone's playing at once.
Live
like a live show in the
Mm-hmm.
studio.
Yeah.
And you got to get the best out of like that round,
Yeah, give it
I mean,
all you
maybe
got.
you can go through the set. Yeah, you got to give it all you got. It's like kind of like, yeah, you're not going to go and edit it and Pro Tools anything, none of that.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of the fun of it too.
Totally. And then then that came out not too. How long after that did that come out? Before Drop Many Suckers.
Of course, 89. So
Wow.
it would have been 3 years before.
Okay.
Yeah. And really not much happened, to be honest, after that. Like,
yeah.
it was like what it was. It was like a novelty thing. I did it, bunch of old AF songs, some unused, some used. And I think it made its rounds, but it's not like I was touring in support of Ball Destruction, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
It was like kind of like just floated for a while, for a bunch of years. And like it became this thing where it's like, oh, this little, like maybe a collector piece or whatever, where people are like, oh, this is Roger's little brother on this thing, you know? And it's like,
yeah, like a novelty. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it wasn't like we were an active. I mean, we did in the 80s, I did do a show where AF was supposed to play, and something happened and some of the guys couldn't make it. So it turned into a Madball show, and it was basically the Madball lineup. It was Roger on bass, Vinny on guitar, Will Shepler on drums, and me singing. And we did a lot of those Madball songs.
Yeah.
So I would say it's like New Rochelle.
New Rochelle.
Yeah, I think it was Streets, New Rochelle, like upstate, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that would have been the first official or unofficial Madball show. And then there was very sporadic after that. It wasn't like, you know, we were active. It's like sometimes if like you Wikipedia something or whatever, you Google stuff, it's like, they were active since 89. It's like, no, I wasn't active, dude. I was 12 years old. You know, I was like, I was a kid, you know, I was like, I was going to school and doing the normal thing and then going to New York, you know, in the summertime, you know, it was like that style. I wasn't out and about in a band touring the world, you know, in 89.
Yeah.
That happened after Dropping Many Suckers. That happened like 92 and on is when that kind of stuff started happening. When we started hitting the road, you know?
Yeah, because when 92 and on, but then when did Drop Many Suckers come out? That came out
92.
92. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
And then the first Madball.
So I would say,
yeah.
After Dropping Many Suckers, we started to book like more proper shows, like around New York, and then we went to Argentina, just off of Dropping Many Suckers. Set It Off wasn't even out yet.
Okay.
We had gone to Europe with AF in 92, 93 era.
Yeah.
You know, so like 92, 93 was when the touring really kicked off. And I would say was the real time that Madball actually became
established
actual band.
Yeah.
Actual band. Yeah.
And then who produced the Set It Off record? Do you remember?
Jamie Locke.
Okay.
Jamie Locke. He was like engineer / producer, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and there was stuff that was like, Matt Henderson was like very hands-on, because he was the most knowledgeable about music and structure and just everything, you know, sonically, everything, technically. He was like the most sound guy. Everyone had chimed in, Hoya, Willie, you know, myself, you know, but I would say if any other producing credit would go to probably Matt, but it was mainly this cat, Jamie, who I think also did Demonstrate My Style, I think too. Yeah, he did Set It Off and Demonstrate My Style, Jamie Locke. And shout out to Jamie Locke.
Yeah, where was that studio at?
Both were in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Different parts of Mass, but both in that area. Like one was like Cape Cod-ish kind of area.
Yeah.
And one was like, I don't remember where, but in Mass. It's funny how all our records, not one of our records has ever been recorded except for the two like early releases, Ball Destruction, Drop Many Suckers. After that, everything's been recorded outside of New York.
I know, it's crazy. I was thinking about Don Fury was like the main dude in New York, I guess, you know? And
I mean, there wasn't really a like after Don Fury's there for a while there wasn't really places to go, right?
Yeah.
that were like reasonable money wise, that were affordable for us. You know?
Yeah, it's strange. Everybody left the city for that, but I think like Normandy Sound. That was another spot too. I think we're sick of it all. Went.
That's Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie's from that camp.
Okay, got you.
He used to work. What's the main camp? What's the main cat from Normandy?
I don't know, man.
Remember Tom Sawyer? Is it Tom Sawyer's?
That's it. You're right. That's it.
Okay. I want to say that I could be wrong, but I want to say that Jamie Locke worked with Tom Sawyer's. That's kind of like from that camp.
Yeah.
And so, because he had worked on other heavy stuff, like maybe even like a Chromax record. I don't know. So he had experience, but he didn't look the part, man. He looked funny. He was like, feathered hair, like 80s style feathered hair, big glasses, like looked like regular dude, like super regular.
But he knew, I wonder how you guys found that guy. Seems so random.
Super vanilla looking, but like I don't mean that disrespectfully, because he was sweet. He's a sweet guy and very, very talented engineer.
Just a normal dude.
Like, normal as hell, man. Like really normal.
Yeah.
And we used to like bust his chops about it, and like we'd go back and forth. But he was funny. He had a sense of humor. He's a cool cat.
He could roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how somebody found him.
But yeah, we found him through, I forget how we found him, through the label, through Roadrunner somehow.
And then also your videos, your videos. I was thinking about the other day when you talk about it. Like, Drew Stone did your videos, right?
Yeah, remember when we talked about? I was telling you that he used a lot of leftover tape.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, I wasn't even kidding. It was like film. Because Drew Stone had his film company, you know, and he was doing a lot of those Biohazard videos, and a few Onyx ones, and other ones. He was doing a bunch of shit. He was doing well at the time. He was real popular with the videos. And he used that leftover roll, you know, leftover film from that, and like do videos for us. He did Down by Law and Pride.
Yeah, those are sick videos too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Down by Law one. The Down by Law one was like right. I can envision that actual
right around
alley. Yeah.
You know the alley. We've walked through it many, many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're going to like Soho from like Little Italy.
Yeah.
You cut through to like maybe West Broadway. You cut from like Mulberry to like West Broadway or something like that.
Yeah.
That's Jersey Alley, I want to say.
I love to see what that alley looks like now.
It's a random alley, you know, like
yeah.
and I wonder how many people got stabbed up and fucked up in that alleyway. Who knows? I know,
and I wonder like how the alley even looks right now to this day. If it's even fucking who knows?
There's probably a coffee shop right in the middle of it somewhere, like right in between Mulberry and wherever else.
There's like
on West Broadway, it's probably like a little coffee shop right there.
There's like tables with umbrellas out in the alley. You can sit in the alley and drink coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Get a little espresso. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now I think that's the main stuff that I wanted to talk about, was the 70s stuff. But now, I forgot to ask you these questions at the end of the interview. I've been doing that with everybody. But like, do you have any regrets? It's a hard question. It's a hard. Wow, that's wow, just like
Zero.
that. That's sick. You're like the second person that said that, actually.
Yeah, I have zero regrets because I've learned that everything that happens led me to where I am now. You know, and it's even the bad shit, like even getting in trouble, even getting locked up.
Yeah.
Even the band going into hiatus. You know, I would have never met, you know, Lisa.
Yeah.
Hiatus when that happened, and I was just getting out of being, you know, doing my little skid bit that I did, and like, you know, and then musically speaking, just I don't know where, you know, it just nothing would be if you changed one little thing, who knows?
Change the whole course of everything. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So I say no to that.
Wow, I like that.
I regret certain things I've done. You know, I feel bad about things I've done, like anyone. You know, I knew everyone has their little personal regrets about this bad decisions they made or mistakes that they made, of course. But
yeah,
I wouldn't go back and change my life if I had the choice, because I wouldn't do that.
Were you did you ever have did you have a lot of fear when you came out of your like vacation, when you came home from vacation? Did you have a lot of fear of going back there? Like did you like
I was fearless.
Yeah.
I was an asshole.
Mm.
Not to say that I'm a fearless person and I'm not afraid of anything. No, I have my anxieties and my shit like everyone else, man. The thing is, in that time period, I was in a different state of mind, and I was doing goofy shit even when I got out.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I wasn't afraid to go back in.
True.
Because I wouldn't have been doing the stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing, some not, I was living a lifestyle that was definitely not suitable for someone that's on probation, and definitely just not healthy in general for anyone.
Yes.
In every way, it wasn't, you're out and about, trying to make money however you can, a little hustling, a little this, a little that, drinking, dabbling in this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a miracle that probation. It's an actual miracle. Somewhere along the line, I met Lisa, and that was a big help, because she started to steer me away from the streets, because I was head on in the streets. When I got out, I went full force. Instead of going backwards and going, oh man, I only did a little bit of time. Could have been worse. I could have hurt someone. I could have hurt myself. And I did think about those things. It's not like I was like some cold-blooded, cold-hearted person that didn't think about, my actions or anything. It's just where I was at in my life at that time. Unfortunately, I just was in a funky state of mind, man. I was just like not ready to leave that sort of
lifestyle,
street life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did you feel like
I wasn't ready?
Is it maybe because you really had no issues in there and you made it through, like you held your own while you were there and you felt kind of invincible, maybe, or no?
Well, I wouldn't say I felt invincible. I definitely held my own.
Yeah.
And I definitely did okay in there, and that's because I carry myself a certain way. I'm respectful.
Yep.
But I'm also assertive if I need to be. I give respect. If I get it, I give it, and vice versa. I mind my business. I don't mess with people unless they mess with me. I do me. I mind my business. Those are like kind of the laws of like when you're in those situations. And those are the laws of the street.
Yeah.
You mind your business. Keep your mouth shut. Don't get involved in people's business. Don't be a rat. Don't be a fucking, like simple shit.
Yeah.
And if you gotta stand up for yourself, you do it in an assertive way where it's like people are gonna go, oh shit, this guy means business.
Yeah.
So I had all those things covered. Not trying to big myself up.
No.
That's what it was. And so I was good. I had my own, at one point I had my own phone, kind of, more or less. And like, I was chilling, but I didn't want to go back. I didn't necessarily want to go back. And I definitely didn't want to go back and end up going upstate, because I would have probably ended up going upstate and doing a couple of years because of a violation. I didn't want to do that. No, but I wasn't behaving in a logical, I wasn't being logical. I was not behaving in a way where, I wasn't behaving like someone that was concerned about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. Something in my brain just kind of was like, you're not doing music. You don't want to do a 9 to 5. You're just going to see where this other road takes you. And it's like, we know where it takes us, but you still, maybe I had some angels looking out for me. Lisa was a big factor, like I said.
Yeah.
A few, right out, in the mix of that. Huge contributing factor. Yeah. And then other things started happening. The music came back, Madball came back. Hazen Street popped up.
Yeah.
And then those things slowly, gradually started pulling me away from that really self-destructive lifestyle that I was living in. You know?
Were you scared? Were you scared when you had to go in there? And also, my second part to that question is, like, how soon after you find out you have to go, have to go there? Do you have to get your shit together
get
before?
sent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they give you time. Like you go to a bunch of things, and then you go to a bunch of like hearings or whatever. I knew what I was getting. I plead out to what I plead out to, so I knew what was coming. It was pretty clear cut. I knew, and then it was like, okay, your sentencing is such and such date, and then basically when you do that, like, all right, they're going to take you in, and then you start your shit.
Yeah. So
So you kind of know when you're going to go and get cuffed and put in there, because I was out fighting it. I was out on bail fighting my case,
Okay. And like I sent you this picture the other day from the H2O Ice Cube video shoot, and you were so jacked. I wasn't sure if you were jacked before you went in or when you came out, but you were so
that
jacked.
was before.
Okay.
That was right before. That was like,
yeah.
I think I was even during that video. I don't know if that had happened yet, but it was like in that time period.
Damn.
It was like, I think it was. I think actually the case was going on. And then soon after that video, I probably, ended up going in and doing my little skit bit, they call it. And then, yeah, but I was jacked as a motherfucker. Yeah.
You were.
To answer your question.
Yeah, you were.
That was the heaviest I had ever been, man. That was the heaviest. I was on creatine. I was
Damn.
I had youth on my side. I had, I was, evolving. I was growing. I was at my age, I was early 20s. So I was at that age where you start to bulk up and all that shit,
Yeah.
So I was bulking up and
You're just getting prepared mentally and physically.
Yeah. Everything, and it didn't hurt going in because, feeling strong, when you're going into an unpredictable, situation that you don't know what's going to happen, how things are going to play out. It's always, even psychologically, it's good, to feel like strong going into a situation.
I mean, can you really mentally prepare yourself for that, or you just?
No, you can't. And guys will tell you, other guys that have been in that situation will tell you the same. And guys that have been in the same or worse, way worse situations. It's like, you can never prepare yourself for that. It's like, put the cuffs on and it's just like, all right, that's you're going into, that's it. You're not, you're going to lose your freedom. You lose your freedom for X amount of time. So, and then you don't know what you're going to walk into. You're going to walk into a place that's going to be wild. You got to prepare for that. You got to be like, all right, I'm going to do this, this, and that the minute I get in there, because it's like, and there is an element of fear. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care the hardest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have fear. Kind of is a necessary thing.
Yeah.
Fear, will ignite the fight or flight thing, and then you got to fight your ass off because you ain't flying nowhere.
Exactly. And do you have a roommate? You had a roommate too. Once you get in there, you get like a cellmate or something.
I was in a dorm.
Okay.
I was in a dorm. Yeah. I didn't have high classification because, believe it or not, I didn't have like a big record.
Okay.
I that's part of the reason why I didn't do a lot of time. Because I didn't have an expensive record. That's not saying that I never got into trouble.
Yeah. He's never got
thankfully,
caught.
a lot of times, a lot of times you got away with a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's guys to this day who never had cuffs on their hands and have done some fucking naughty things.
Yeah, man.
So we always thought we were slick,
mm-hmm.
until you get caught.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't have a long rap sheet. I wasn't like a jailbird in and out. I had been arrested. I had actually been to Rikers Island before.
Yeah.
But that case got dismissed. It was like an assault thing, and we just wrote it out, kept our mouth shut, wrote it out, kept our mouth shut, wrote it out.
Yeah.
And eventually, my lawyer got the case dismissed.
Wow.
Because they didn't have physical evidence that I had hit anyone or anything.
Yeah.
And it was the days before cameras everywhere.
Yes.
And phones. So you had more of a chance of getting away with shit.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of dismissals before that, but I didn't have and so those go off your record because it was when I was younger. So it was sealed.
Okay.
So coming into it as an adult, I didn't look so bad, you know, because I didn't have this long sheet. You know, all my shit was like when I was younger.
Gotcha.
So technically I had no record, and that helped me immensely because I wouldn't have gotten the deal that I got if I would have had a long record. If I wouldn't have got the deal I got, you know?
Yeah, because is in the state of New York, it's a mandatory year for having that kind of charge.
That's all bullshit.
Okay.
I thought that too.
Okay.
I was looking in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm doing a year at least.
Okay.
You know, and then that's all bullshit because, you know, my lawyer played golf with the judge. You know what I mean? It's like all who you know.
Yeah.
It's all how much money you spend and who you know and your record. Your record factors in. If you have a long fucked up record, I don't care how good your lawyer is, it's going to make it harder for them.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But if you have a good record and you're pretty clean for the most part, and it's like technically your first offense, and it's a connected person,
yes,
yeah, you got a good chance of, you know, and I still did time. You know, I didn't get off clean,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that mandatory shit, maybe now they're stricter with it, but they had some kind of similar thing back then, and I knew a lot of people that got the same thing I got for like similar thing.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe a little less, but I mean, because I had menacing on mine too. You know, I had a couple of things that they ended up pleading down.
Yeah.
They rolled it all into one thing, but I had a couple other things that could have been bad had I not had a good lawyer. You know.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. It's crazy you talk about having a record, but you did have an actual record that the Hold It Down record came out right before you went in there, which was crazy because it's such a great record.
Yeah.
And then, did you guys even get
my favorite?
It's your favorite? Wow.
I mean, I'm not one to like jock my own band, but if someone had to ask me if I absolutely had to pick one right now, in all our entire discography, I would probably have to. The one that comes immediately to mind is Hold It Down.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that record was amazing too. And it came out, and you were already in there, and it was like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Everything about that record is real as fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Not that any other record wasn't.
No, I know.
You know, all our shit was authentic. You know,
100%.
all our shit was always. You know better than most. You know, all our stuff is like, we
lived it.
We lived what we talked. You know, but.
Yes.
Hold It Down was especially accurate because, I mean, I was at the height of, like, being very street, you know, and being in that street lifestyle.
Yes.
So it was very, very, very accurate.
And then that's when you, and the Epitaph deal and then that coming out, were you super bummed it was coming out right when you're going in? You weren't even thinking about the record at that point.
I was bummed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bummed, man.
Yeah.
I was bummed. And then I just had to focus on some other shit, you know.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I was bummed on a few levels. I was bummed that I you know, I had kind of sabotaged things a bit, but I was also bummed about the lineup we had. Like they were kind of soft, man. You know, like these guys like were all shook up about pretty much about everything. You know, like they were scared of their own shadows. These people, you know.
Okay.
And I'm obviously not talking about Hoya, my road dog. I'm talking about other guys that were involved in around that time.
Yeah.
You know, they were like scared of their own shadow, you know, like the fact that I had gotten in trouble, the fact that we rolled a certain way. And then just, they weren't even road people. So it's like we were destined and we were doomed, you know? So I was not just bummed about the part that I played in it, but I was bummed about the whole situation. You know, I was bummed about, these guys weren't committed, and that's kind of really what threw the monkey wrench in ultimately, because the band was still technically together when I went in, and the plan was for me to come out and go full steam ahead.
Yeah.
And then when I came out, you know, everyone was like on a different page.
Gotcha.
At that point.
Gotcha.
And so that just like bummed the whole situation out across the board, and the label was in a different state of mind, and you can't blame them in a lot of ways because they're like, what the fuck, man? We just put a record out and the fucking singer's in jail. What the fuck? You know, I don't blame them.
But I'm not saying it was cool, but I'm just saying, but lyrically and everything you said, you were singing about, it made sense that it didn't make sense, but it's not surprised. I mean, you were singing about, you're singing about stuff, and then they put a Hold It Down out, and then you're in jail. But like, I mean, you're living what you're singing about. You know what I mean?
Yep,
so it's
too
like,
much.
Yeah.
We were too real for our own good, man.
It's crazy.
Literally.
And so that record. But then you you definitely toured on it when he came out of there, though, right? I remember you did.
Yeah.
Tried to.
Brief. It was like the farewell tour.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we did a farewell tour. Because when I came out, we realized that things were like imploding, you know?
Okay.
And so we booked a series of tours, and we called it the farewell tour. And that's when Mitch came in, and which, you know, Mitch ended up being in the band for, you know, 15 years or whatever. But
crazy.
Mitch came in then.
Did Riggs come in then too?
Riggs, yep. And Riggs. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, Raj did the farewell tours. Raj was the guy that played with Agents of Man. He's a Jersey cat.
That's right. That's
right. He was a drummer for Agents of Man.
Yeah.
And we got to meet him and befriended him, and then we threw him in there, and he did a bunch of little things with us in Europe and Japan. But Rig came after him.
Yeah. And for the farewell tour, what was your mindset like? I'm not going to do.
It was over. It was a wrap. Yeah. You know, and we were wild on that tour, man. We were literally living like this is our last tour. Mm-hmm. You know.
And what were your thoughts you were going to do after that? Were you thinking about it? Like, I'm just going to.
I had zero thoughts.
Damn.
Zero. I had zero plans. Zero everything. I was just like.
In the moment.
You know. Yeah, it was weird because I was like I told you, I was doing that street shit, you know, and I actually during Hold It Down, I want to say that at one point I did have I was holding down a regular job and dabbling in some street stuff as well.
Yeah.
But then the regular job thing just went away, and then it was just full on street shit, and then it was just like that or music, you know.
Damn.
And then. It kind of became that was it. It was you know, for whatever silly reason, those were the only two choices I gave myself at that time.
Yeah. Streets are
and
music.
Then so when the band ended, the streets are music. And once the band ended officially, which we should have never said it was going to end. We should have just said, hey, we're going to take a break. You know, it was kind of silly, but we were just fuck it. We're done. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Then that's it. We backed away from that, and I went full on. I was already out by that point, so then I went full on living the street lifestyle. You know, just hustling to get by. And
how many years was that?
Partying all this every night.
Yeah,
it lasted a little while, but then in that mix of that, I met Lisa, and she kind of saved me, man. You know, because right after I met her, Hits passed away, and then Boston Mike passed away, and those were my road dogs, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And
did that kind of wake you up too? Did that kind of shake you up a little bit too?
Yeah, it did, man. It did. It did wake me up. And by that point, I had started the music. I had started working a little bit again with the moving company that I used to work with on and off called Personal Touch, and. So I was trying to work again. I was like, okay, let me do this working thing again. And then then Madball and Hazen Street simultaneously started happening.
That's right.
But then we lost our friends. You know, right at that same exact time, right when everything was restarting.
Yep.
We lost two important guys who we talk about in the Hazen Street record a bunch.
Yep.
A lot of that shit woke me up. You know, a lot of that shit woke me up. And then here we are, you know, the music just prevailed and family prevailed.
Yeah, I think, Lisa and then the band, the music pretty much, those two, Lisa and the music really saved you, man.
Eventually Lisa and I got married, and, you know, we, you know, stopped being in that environment so much. And then, now we have 2 beautiful kids. And so, grateful.
You left New York, which was, I think, really good for you too. You know what I mean? But you kept going back for a second. You would move and come back.
Yeah, I'm you know me. I'm back and forth. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm a nomad.
Yeah.
of sorts.
Do you think you could live in New York again?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I don't know if I can afford to again.
Yeah.
But I can. I mean, there's still a good energy there. It's different. It's gotten, a little too hipstery some areas for my taste, but there's still a good energy there. It's still New York, man. It still has a certain vibe about it. It's still the mecca of a lot of things.
Yeah, you probably live in Brooklyn, right? Yeah, you lived in Brooklyn, yeah.
I lived in the last place I lived in was mostly in Brooklyn and Greenpoint, throughout Greenpoint. So that was kind of like my home,
I heard that. I heard that's like totally different too now too.
There's sections of it that are like still neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like neighborhoodish still.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, it's all that hipster bomb sort of ground zero was Williamsburg,
Yeah.
And then it just like spread out from there. And Greenpoint is immediately attached to Williamsburg. It's like right there. It's like almost the same neighborhood. So,
yeah.
Of course, it's going that way too.
Yeah.
Not that I have a personal problem with hipsters. It's just everything that comes with it. Like, totally. Now there's like all the Whole Foods and everything. And I shop at Whole Foods, mind you. But still, it's like all these little neighborhoods that used to just be like cool neighborhoods, mom and pop, now have Dunkin' Donuts and Whole Foods. It's like, and it just comes with that whole culture. So it's
totally.
It's on one hand, it's cool because the city's, safer and improving in some areas, but like it's also like takes away from the grit.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the same scary city. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't have that vibe to it when you go there. When you
it's a weirder place now. It's a different place. But I mean, I could live there again, and I certainly never know. You might see me there again. I love that place. But where I'm at now is laid back and chill, and it makes more sense for both financially and family wise.
Yes.
Yes. It's just more laid back and more affordable, and just like I can take care of my family better and family. There's other family around, so
your whole family's out there. It's awesome. And also, but they're in the same state, right?
Yeah. They're deep out here. Yeah.
We talked about it, but I guess I never found the recording of it. But we definitely talked. I know you hate the word foodie, but like you're definitely a food person. Like you're not just some guy that settles for like, even on tour. Like you find the best restaurant. Like you find. I'm not sure if you liked it with coffee. That's how Rusty is, but like. You're very a food person. Like you really like.
I'm a coffee snob too.
Okay.
Ask Rusty. I'm a coffee snob too. I'm not as bad as him.
Okay. But food shit.
I'm not as bad as him. Yeah, food I am, man. Over the years, I don't know. I ate like shit like the rest of us when we were younger. We all used to eat garbage, running around in the city, pizza, this, that, the hot dog, ramen noodle. It's like, you eat garbage when you're a kid. I mean, I ate good food growing up because my mom cooked really good Cuban food, so I was lucky there.
Yeah.
So my mom was a good chef, a good cook. She really made certain dishes really well. So I was fortunate in the Cuban cuisine department.
Nice.
But I really, my palate was limited. Like I didn't know a lot of other cuisines. And then obviously Italian became a big one, living in New York, being around that culture, being around friends that are, Italian background, being in those neighborhoods, that became a next, and then that kind of started to open me up to a lot of things, Indian food. And then, I don't know, it was like slow at first, but at one point I just started becoming more like, and it was probably happened with Lisa, her and I just started going to better places to eat. And we switch from like shopping, generic stuff to like organic stuff.
Yeah.
And so that sort of helped because now we know quality versus quantity,
No, totally. Yeah.
and non-GMO. I mean, we've been shopping like organic and non-GMO, all that shit, like for a long time now.
Yeah, you have.
Obviously, weren't the first people to do it. I mean, there was a whole, people have been doing that forever, but it still wasn't as trendy as it is now. But like we've been, not to say we're vegan, all that, who knows? That might be a step later in the future. But we still eat protein, we still eat meat and whatever else. And I was, fish. I'm more of a fish guy than anything, but
yeah.
But
you're conscious of what you put in your body. You're conscious.
But we're conscious. I mean, could we be better? Yeah, of course. And then on the road,
it's hard.
It's rough because you know how the road is.
It's really hard.
You're working with whatever is in your environment. So you gotta really work. But basically, yeah, we are conscious of what we put in, and that's one part of it. But just in general, eating out, I try to find places that have like more quality ingredients, cleaner food, and just better tasting, better food.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if that makes me a foodie, then so be it. But
do you cook food? Do you cook a lot?
Hell yeah, we cook a lot. We cook all our kids, all the meals at home. I mean, we still eat out from time to time.
But you cook
because we enjoy the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cook. And Lisa cooks. We both cook.
What is like your best shit you cook?
Oh man, I don't know, man. What's the best stuff I cook?
What's your shit like you love making? You kill it.
I kill everything I make, man. I'm a fucking chef.
Watch out, Tall Ronan. Watch out, Chef Tall.
Yeah, watch out, Tall. No, I honestly wish I could. Tall, shout out to Tall. He's the man.
Best.
What a great guy.
Yeah,
great chef.
Crossroads.
More importantly, a great human.
Yes.
I would love to learn from Tall, man. I would love to. I actually hit him up all the time. I'm like, hey, how do I make a gluten-free, dairy-free, this and that? Because my house is pretty much dairy and gluten-free.
Sick.
Like I do oat milk for my coffee and shit like that.
Yeah, fuck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
So good.
But because dairy, we all know that's not really good for you anymore.
Nah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that's not good for you, but there's some things that are not good for you that we still partake in. But anyway, we try. We try. We make an effort. But it's actually also because of my daughter. My daughter has allergies to some of the shit that's terrible for you, which is maybe for the best for her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like she has a strong dairy allergy and a strong gluten allergy, wheat.
Okay.
And so my house is pretty much dairy-free, gluten-free. And then, so we work with that, if we do pasta, we use brown rice pasta.
It's awesome.
And it's delicious. You would never know the difference. We've made pasta dishes for people and then they don't know the difference between regular durum wheat, whatever Italian pasta versus this brown rice pasta. They don't know the difference.
That's sick. Yeah.
But it's all the sauce. It's all how you make the sauce, and everything else, But no, we do okay, man. I like cooking, and Lisa enjoys cooking, and we enjoy doing cooking for our kids because we know what they're getting. We know it's organic. We know it's made by us. We use the best olive oil. We use the best ingredients.
Healthy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, healthy shit. At least we try. We still eat meat, so that's that. There's arguments on both sides of that, but it's probably not the best. But we also don't eat it like in abundance either. So it's like
you make Cuban food
moderation.
Too. You cook Cuban food.
Hell yeah, beans. Actually, Lisa makes better black beans than I do.
Oh shit.
That's kind of a shame. I'm kind of ashamed to say that, and I'm the Cuban one.
Yeah.
She just has a way of making them where it's like she kills it.
You make it. I'm sure you're a good Italian food cooker for some reason. I don't know why.
I am. Yeah. I am. I do good Italian stuff.
Hanging out with Stigma. Yes.
Lisa does as well, though, man. It's crazy, and we learn every day. We try, we experiment, and try to expand so the kids don't get bored with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, but with the whole foodie thing, yeah, man, I've become a bit of a food snob. And just, I guess it's part of just growing up,
Yeah.
you know, growing up and getting sick of eating garbage all the time on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people just don't mind it, but I'm of the school of like, I want to find quality, you know, you know, even in a weird,
small town or
little
village
town
or
somewhere.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
Anywhere,
you seek it out, and you take a mission to go there, right? To get there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the best place around here? It doesn't have to be like Michelin starred or whatever. It could be like mom and pop, but just quality ingredients, like local, like clean, you know. And in Europe, you know, a lot of stuff's bio, you know, which is organic.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get lucky out there, man. You find some real gems.
Yeah,
you know?
Rusty does that too. He scouts it out every day. He'll walk 10 miles in a blizzard for like the best cup of coffee.
Oh, Rusty's wow. He's next level. He's next level. I thought I was like, into hardcore shit, I thought I was like, yeah, you know, I don't know that a lot of hardcore kids, you know, bands do this kind of shit that I do. But like, then I discovered Rusty is the same way, but next level.
Really,
you know?
dude. I know, man. He's like,
next level, you know.
He's scouting.
But I'm the same with.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, bud. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say he's scouting out coffee for the Persistence tour in January. He's already finding coffee spots in every those cities, bro.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like, that's what I mean, next level. Like, I haven't thought about, I don't even know what the next city is that I'm going to right now. You know, it's like, this motherfucker's got a map with, like, coffee spots, little fucking pins. Little pins where the coffee spots are, you know? It's like, he's crazy.
It makes him happy, though. It's like every day he looks forward to it. So it's like gives him something, you know, during the day to do. And yeah.
I'm grateful for it because I'll hit him up sometimes. Be like, yo, what? You know, if we're in the same town or like we're rolling up somewhere where we're going to be together or something, or, you know, I'll be like, yo, what's the spot over here? Or he'll tell me sometimes, hey, try this spot when you're in this city, you know?
Mm-hmm. Coffee connoisseur.
I love coffee, man. I've come, you know, like I have a nice coffee machine at my house, and shout out to James Coffee.
Yeah, Dave Kennedy.
Coffee.
Yes.
I drink James Coffee exclusively at my house.
Damn, is that good?
Well, it's because it's that good. Yes, it's that good. It's responsibly sourced. I know that my buddy is getting it from a good place.
Yes.
Quality.
Yeah.
And also, he looks out for me, man. He takes care of me. Like he's too kind, man. But it's like amazing coffee. Anyone that's ever tried it, they're like, "Oh, this coffee's great." And that's all I have in my house is James Coffee exclusively.
He'll be psyched. He'll be psyched to know that, dude. I just started drinking coffee like this year, so I drink.
Oh yeah,
it's making me crazy. It makes me so jittery and fucking. I get so
you're
pumped.
not a coffee guy.
No.
Yeah.
But it makes me want to do push-ups. I try to bang out like 100 push-ups on coffee, get so hyped, and I gotta take a shit, then take a nap, kind of. You know, I get all fucked up.
Oh, does it make you want to shoot a rope? It probably seems like that'd be like the exact thing that would make that happen.
I'm getting used to it now, but I love how it makes me feel. I get so fucking hyped. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know.
It is. It's. I know, like, too much of it, like anything, is not good, but like. So I try to like keep it to like 1 or 2 a day. On a crazy day, I'll do 3.
Does it affect you though? Does the caffeine affect you think anymore?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm like, I need my coffee in the morning. I'm like, I'm that dude, you know. I got to get up and like first thing coffee, and then we'll talk about whatever else.
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my questions. I asked you, like, what is your daily ritual? Is that like the first part of your daily ritual is coffee? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even eat right away. I'll have coffee, and I sometimes don't even eat until like noon or something. You know, like Yeah, I do that intermittent fasting, but
I love that. I love that.
Unintent, you know, like I didn't even intend to do it. I just kind of becomes how it is, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's coffee's good shit. It's hard to. I can't imagine not having it. I mean, I think I see myself quitting drinking beer or shit before I quit drinking coffee, just because, well, beer is probably way worse for you in the long term, and I don't know. I can't imagine not having a coffee in the morning. It's rough.
So that's your main daily ritual. That's your main daily ritual you do every day, without a doubt.
Yeah, and it is a ritual, man. It's like you grind it up, because I have one of those little at-home machines.
Yeah.
Lisa got me for one of my birthdays.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, Dave Kennedy put her on to that machine because it's like affordable, but like a really good machine for like a house, you know, like small. Yeah. And Yeah, man, you grind it. I put the beans in, you grind it up. Put the clean water in there, and it's a whole process. I steam up my oat milk,
Sick.
and then it's on. It's on and popping.
Do you train every day? What's like a day in the life of Freddy Madball? What's a day in the life of Freddy Madball when you're off tour?
You know what I wish I could tell you? I wish I could tell you that I drank my coffee, go out, run a bunch of miles, fucking swim in the Atlantic Ocean, and do all this shit. But I honestly I don't, and that's like that's something I'm striving to get back. I mean, I'll do my little push-ups, and I got a couple little things that I try to do to stay. But really, I stay active with my kids. I'm very hands-on with my kids. So, like, running around and throwing them around and, like, playing games with them keeps me active.
Totally.
And then doing the band. And doing the band is, like, my main exercise. But I have to find another outlet as well. Like, I'm starting to get back into boxing training, hitting the bag and stuff like that. So that's kind of, I want that to become my regimen, more so. Like, I got to get back into, like, an actual workout besides doing Madball on stage.
Yeah, your cardio, that's great cardio.
Yeah.
You go hard.
Well,
on stage.
And we're not getting younger, so
Yeah.
I want to you want to stay fit, and bones are getting ricketier, so you got to like strengthen up.
Do you stretch? You stretch before you play and stuff. You do stretching. I
do. I stretch. Not great. I'm not the best stretcher, but I stretch out.
Yeah.
I do some stretches and try to get a little flexible.
And you pretty much run the band. You're like the manager, basically. Is it just you that takes care of all the shit mostly?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. For a long
time.
It's
crazy to think
time.
that.
Yeah.
For a long time. Yeah. It's crazy to think that because back in the days I used to hate that part of it. Like I didn't want to be involved in like the business side or anything, and like how that goes.
Yeah, man.
And but like I had to be that guy because all the responsible people ended up moving on with their lives, and then it was like this void, and then it was like we had friends that were helping us that did a great job, but then they moved on with their lives. So it's like somebody has to fill that void, and it's like, it's our band, of course, but it's my, you know what I mean? It's something that I've been doing since I was a little kid.
It's your passion. So it's your passion. It's your life, and it's like
it's my passion, but it's also my, it's like, this thing was, it's my thing. I got to fucking make sure that we do it the right way,
It's well oiled and it runs and everything. And it's like I've had a bunch of managers too, and you realize that like nobody gets shit done faster than you get shit done for your own band. And at this point you have the connections and the business relationships that you made on your own from all the years of being in the band. And you don't need somebody coming in there that's going to fucking take a percent and then take fucking longer. Like, you want shit done now. I know exactly how it feels. You're very hands-on, and you want to get shit done.
Yeah, man.
It's like...
Well, you want to get it done, and you want to make... And you learn along the way. I mean, I've made some wrong decisions, some bad decisions. I've, made some poor choices, like with anything in life. You learn. But I've also learned good business tactics, and I've also... I've learned a lot from other people, that I've dealt with, like people from labels that I ended up becoming friendly with, managers that I ended up becoming, tighter with. And like when you get into that business realm, and I hate to say that because people might get bummed to hear like that there's a business side to this, but there has to be a business side to this, because I can't go up to I can't go to Wells Fargo and say, hey, I'm pretty good at jumping around like a moron on stage. So can I skip my mortgages this month? Like,
it's so
that
true.
Doesn't happen.
I know.
And I'm not the Rolling Stones where like, let me open up my mail. Oh, look, there's a fucking $3 million check that's from, BMG.
Word.
Ain't happening. So, you gotta become kind of savvy about your shit. And be on top of your business. And I actually find things about it that are enjoyable. Like, for a person that never liked that side of it, I actually got to, there's things about it that I like, because it's in our own best interest. It's like, I'm trying to, it's for the team. So it's like, nobody's going to do a better job than you, especially if you have somewhat of an idea of what you're doing and a goal and a vision,
But especially at this point, this is like your career. You've been doing this for fucking over 25 years, longer than that. And so like, this is what you do. And like
This is our career, man.
Yeah, exactly. People don't understand, like, you can still have fun and be you and be real, and these are your lyrics, and this is where you live, and also make money from it. Doesn't make anything. It's just, this is what you do, and people have to try to figure out, like, separate that. I don't know.
No, I have to make money from it. I mean, it's actually scary sometimes, because you know how it is. We live check by check, and it's like, you know, it gets scary. Like, if, you know, I try to take a lot of time off to be with my family because I want to watch my kids grow up.
Yes.
But it's like, I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, man, we're in the red. I got to go out there and play some shows because we got to eat, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, hopefully along the way we pick up some other revenue streams and connected to what we do. And like, you know, we just keep doing what we do. And, you know, I got a few ideas, a couple other tricks up my sleeve too, you know, but like, yeah, man, this is it's essential that we make money doing this. It's no longer just about having fun, which it is about having fun and getting something out of, you know, out of your system. But it's also, it's important that you come home and you're able to take care of your family.
Yeah, 100%. And do you try to balance when you're home? Like, I'm gonna spend this much hours on Madball stuff today. Then I'm gonna then have to be back in dad mode. Like, you try to balance it all when you're home, I'm sure.
Man, I probably, the ratio is probably way more in favor of family than work or business, you know, or Madball.
Yeah.
You know, which maybe I might have to, you know, balance that out a little more too, because sometimes I take, you know, I switch off and I'm in dad mode. But then I got to remember that I'm not only just performing with Madball, like, I'm running the shit. So
yeah,
I got to switch back in. I got to switch back into fucking Madball manager mode kind of shit, you know? And I do pretty good at it. I've managed to find a method, you know, in all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's not an easy task, but I'm grateful at the same time for the freedom that it allows me. And like, you know, my job allows me a lot of freedom when I am home. And like,
because when you're home,
I run my own.
You're off.
Yeah, I run my own business, so I don't do any tour I don't want to do.
Yep.
And I do, you know, but you still have to work a certain amount.
You guys, yeah.
And it's not just, and it's just about me. I'm thinking Hoya. I'm thinking everybody else. You know, they're looking. Everyone has bills and kids and whatever. So it's like we have to work to like take care of ourselves. You know, so I can. So I just have to balance it out. You know, it's a balancing act.
You've been doing a really good job doing that, though, balancing family and that.
Thanks,
it's very hard.
Yeah, you as well, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Okay, one of the last questions is I always ask people, are you optimist or you're a pessimist? But I pretty much know.
I think you asked me, but I want to say optimist. I have pessimistic moments where I go, you know, and I'm thinking like the worst, you know, even health wise, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, something happens, I'm like, oh, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can relate to that. Very well.
Hell yeah. Hypochondriac.
I know you're a super hypochondriac. You got me beat. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you know, like anyone, you know, you got your shit, you know, everyone has their anxieties and their things and whatever, but like, so you go through these, you know, waves and these moments, you know, and these phases where I think everyone goes through these pessimistic phases and moments, and
especially with the way the planet is right now, and the government, all that shit, dude. It's so hard.
Yeah, you wouldn't be human if you didn't. Too, you know, it's like it's part of the human condition. You know what I mean? It's like, but overall, I like to say I'm optimistic because, you know, I have a lot to live for. You know, I've done pretty good considering the hand I was dealt in certain areas, you know, but I've seen people that were dealt way worse hands as well. You know what I mean? So I'm also lucky too, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could have gone a lot of different ways in my life. My life could have, you know, the crossroads, you know, I could have turned down the wrong street, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, I've been fortunate in the area of music and also in the area of family, and like, you know, so I'm very grateful, and I try to be optimistic about, you know, all that stuff, and about, you know, the future of both, you know, family and music and all of it, you know, it's like, so yeah, I would say optimistic, you know. Yeah.
I love that you're like not on social media, like you're totally off the grid. I love that so much. That
Yeah.
you just do your thing, and like you've always been like that. Just pretty
Well,
private. Pretty private. So.
I am. You know that. I don't have my own. I mean, Madball has an IG.
Yeah.
I have guys that help me with that, but sometimes I'll like those guys are also busy and they have a life, so like I gotta like handle it too. I gotta get on there and like get active, and that comes with the territory, comes with the job.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. Like it's cool. I appreciate that people are checking in and like seeing what we're up to, and like it's cool for that thing. It's like that's the cool part of like social media and like internet. Is like the communication aspect.
But there's a dark negative side too. That it's all
the herb shit. The fucking keyboard warrior shit and all that fake shit.
Yeah.
But we all know that's all bullshit too.
Exactly.
Those are the same people that never show their face in the fucking show or anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like
100%.
It's like, you know what, man? You have zero credibility in life, so I'm not even going to speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but yeah, that's there's always a dark side to everything. But the upside is that, man, you can post something and somebody in Indonesia will see it in like seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, it's cool. It's cool. So there's things about it that are cool. You inform people on what you're up to, and but I don't get off on it like some people do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need pats on my back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need, like, reaffirmation. Like, I don't need, I'm not in it for that reason. I'm in it strictly to, like, communicate with people that are supporting what we do and, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need any other kind of attention, really. Like, and I am private. Like, I am private about, like, my family and like my shit,
I love that.
I'll speak on certain things in interviews, but like, I'm not going to give you my address to my house.
Yeah. Freddie, do you fuck with any Netflix? You have any Netflix shows you're watching right now? Anything you fucking with?
Netflix, yeah.
Like a
what was the last thing I watched on Netflix? I love a lot of shit, man. I everything from documentaries to like, if it's a cool show, like even that Stranger Things show, that was awesome.
Great.
Like, all the narco stuff, I'm into all that.
So sick.
That's like a gift. That's like a given. That's a given. I fuck with a lot of Netflix shit. I saw that Dave Chappelle stand up recently. That's a Netflix. Shit's awesome.
Fucking amazing.
I love Dave Chappelle. He's
crushed everybody, dude. It was so good.
He killed it. He's so smart. Such a fucking talent, man. He's great.
What about the new Woo series on Hulu? Is really good, man.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm a hip hop kid, so like anything hip hop, anything like that, I fuck with. I like all kinds of shit, man. I watch that show This Is Us. You know the show This Is
Love
Us?
that shit. I get super emo watching that
my
shit. Yo, Freddie,
I cry every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
You fuck with This Is Us. I love that shit, dude. It's so good,
love
man.
That shit.
It's so heavy, man. It fucks me up every time, man.
Hey, G's have feelings too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It hits home, man.
It does, dude.
It talks about family, like fucking, everything. Happy, sad, all the fucking traumatic shit, that happens in life.
It's
like,
it's brutal, man. Sometimes
it's just really, really, it's a really fucking cool show. It's a really cool show. But I mess with everything from like crazy violent shit to like family shit to like everything, man. I'm pretty open minded, like with music, with that.
And what about your politic game? You follow politics at all? Or you pay attention to it?
I hate politics. I hate politicians.
Word.
I only got blinded a little bit, like when Obama came. Like, I like the idea of a different face. I like the idea of someone other than some old white fucking, pedophile as like the face of the, presidency,
Yep.
And like, I like the idea of Obama. I like the idea. And he's a very smart dude and spoke well and was like current and like cool. And so I kind of was riding with him at that point because I just wanted something different. But like in the end, he's a politician.
Yes.
he's in the government, you know, he bows down to the money like a lot of people do. And it's like, it's all the same game. So I just stay away from politics and religion. All that shit is all corrupt and fucked up. You know, it's all corrupted by the green and power and greed. And that's it. That's my stance on it. Very short and sweet.
I mean, you were raised Catholic though, right?
I was raised Catholic,
Me
but
too.
I don't claim it anymore, man.
Yeah.
I don't claim. I mean, I have Catholic tattoos. I have, you know what's up.
Yeah.
And there's things about the culture that I respect, but ultimately, like, organized religion just, you know, separates people, like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with the faith part of it. And if it like makes you strive to be like positive or a better person, that's great. But I just don't like the money politics of it and the power that's given to, you know, basically, you know, people that shouldn't have that much power. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and that happens with politics, government, and that happens with religion, man. You know, and that happens with a lot of other shit too.
Yeah.
But that's my stance on it, man.
I love that.
I'm a rebel, dude. You know, we're hardcore kids for a reason. You know, we're rebels. We're not fucking politicians. You know.
Yeah. Well, I love that. Well, we covered a lot of shit this time. This is our part 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
I'm sure we're gonna have
Look
a part 5,
part 3,
part 3, and part 4,
and 4, and then 5.
And so,
coming soon.
And so people are asking since last week, what's up with the Hazen Street? And you had mentioned on the original one that there is a couple of songs floating around, some songs you did vocal for. Freddie actually sent me this track that was really awesome already. I remember you sent me that a little while back. So there's definitely something we could do, man. We've been talking about, even if it's just an EP or something, or, you know.
Yeah.
So that's something that people, a lot of people are asking about.
I played that track from Mackie too, real quick, and he was
loving
nice.
It. All right, cool. Yeah.
So I think we can do an EP or something, man, and see where it goes. You know.
I agree, and people want it, and I think it's perfect time because the other one's so fucking over. I don't know, 2003 that came out, 2004, 15 years ago. It's fucking crazy, man.
It's been a while, brother. It's been a while. We gotta revisit that.
And I love that record. I'm so proud of that record. I love that people still hit me up
Same
about
here.
it.
My kids love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
My kids
man.
love it.
Yeah, I gotta
Crazy.
I gotta keep it 100. Max told me the other day, he's like, I love Hazen Street better than any of your other shit. So Max, like, he grew up on that shit too. He's like, I like it better than H2. I'm like, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like,
that's awesome. My kids love it too, man. And Lisa like had me play it for them, and like they asked for me to put it on. They're like, put that on, put Hazen Street on. It's amazing.
I'm so proud
I don't
of
even shove it down their throats.
I'm so proud of that record, and yeah, we should definitely do more. I love playing those songs live still too. It's fucking a blast, man.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's a great time, man. We, you know, the energy, you and I, and the whole band. It's awesome.
Well, fuck, man. All right, well, Freddie, thank you again for your time. I love you, brother. Man. Thanks for being a part of my life.
I love you too, man. I love you too. Hopefully, I'll see you out there somewhere soon, probably on the west.
All right, brother. All right, take care.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet to this podcast, please do that. And whatever platform you are listening to this on, I'm glad you found me. You can rate me and review me on there also. So thank you guys sincerely for the support. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the next one.